This is To the Point with Michael Williams.
Good morning. Perspective this day from a Parkland dad. Tony Montalto talks about school safety, a relentless focus for him after his daughter Gina became one of 17 victims of a teen gunman at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in 2018. Montalto heads standwithparkland.org, and it has spearheaded a lot of changes in legislation on school safety in Florida. I spoke to him as shockwaves began to spread in the aftermath of the Texas school shooting and its latest bloody toll: 19 children and 2 adults dead.
First of all, I'll say that all of us here at Stand with Parkland, the National Association of Families for Safe Schools, are saddened to hear about the tragedy in Uvalde, Texas. We know all too well the devastation that many of the families there are feeling this evening as they learn of the loss, the murder of their child or their loved ones at the school. It's a pain that I'm sorry to say I have not found a way to get over, and I don't think they ever will either.
Mr. Montalto, parents everywhere, including some in my own newsroom, in tears today saying, "Are my children ever safe?" What can you offer them? Since 2018, many efforts in Florida to make our schools safer. Would that have potentially, with the safety measures enacted, been able to prevent what happened today?
Well, I don't know what safety measures were available at Robb Elementary School, so I don't really feel the need to comment on that. But I will say that here in Florida, we have made great strides since my daughter Gina, her classmates, and her teachers were murdered at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in February of 2018. We've made great strides here in Florida. We're thankful for the support of both Governor Scott, Governor DeSantis, and both houses of the Florida legislature, which have seen fit to work with us to improve that. We've also had some improvements up in Washington, D.C., but clearly more need to be done. We need Congress to stop stalling on some bills that will help us. Among them are the Eagles Act. The Eagles Act is named after the mascot at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. That bill will provide increased funding to the U.S. Secret Service National Threat Assessment Center to study the prevention of school shootings, to provide more training out in the districts so people can do what they call a behavioral threat assessment. The behavioral threat assessment is the most proactive tool we have to help prevent school shootings.
Reminiscent of what we heard after Buffalo, reminiscent of what we heard after Marjory Stoneman Douglas. A lot of people, and you could well understand, say it simply seems that we're in a cycle that no amount of lawmaking can help. What do you offer them today?
What I'll say is this: if you're frustrated, if you've had enough, we need to come together. All Americans need to band together, support pragmatic policy changes and law changes that are going to help make us all safer. We need to do that to protect all of our children. America's students and our teachers deserve better. They deserve to be safe at school. We need to stop letting political divides separate us from solutions.
And chiefly among them, you've had solutions. You've hardened campuses here. You have red flag laws in Florida, more security. What more needs to be done? When we talk about the divide, we have a divide on guns in this country. We have a divide on so many things. What more chiefly needs to be done when you talk about Americans coming together, about Floridians coming together to do more, sir?
Well, quite frankly, in Florida, we've done a lot of great things. It's more nationally that I'm referring to, and that's red flag laws. Something as simple as that. Something that allows responsible firearms owners to maintain their firearms, but removes the firearms from someone who's been deemed to be a threat to themselves or others. Sadly, after these instances, many people come forward usually and say that they knew about this person and had concerns about them. Well, we need to find a way to get those individuals reported, and we need to find a way to remove their firearms and allow them to get help before they resort to violence. And red flag laws are one of the ways we can do that. Nationally, there's a bill that's been put forward by Senator Rubio and Senator Scott to do such a thing, to provide money to states so that they can provide, so they can pass red flag laws. We've seen the Biden administration come forward and create model red flag laws in the Department of Justice to be put in place by any state. We saw President Trump also support red flag laws after the Parkland shooting. When you've got the leader of the Republicans and leader of the Democrats asking for this, it's incumbent upon Congress to act now. And my daughter, her classmates and her teachers, and certainly the children today in Texas deserve change. We deserve people coming together to make change. So please, Congress, act on these bills.
Final thoughts, sir?
Schools need to be places of learning. They need to be someplace where our students go to become better citizens, where our teachers are able to teach them properly to be those better citizens, and where they know they're safe, and where parents know that their children will return safely to them at the end of the day. So I encourage everyone to visit standwithparkland.org, look at some of the solutions we have proposed. They're bipartisan, they're pragmatic, and we need people to come together to stop these horrific tragedies.
Brian Crowley, how many times have you and I sat here over the last 10, 11 years, and the debate goes on and on and on? Reaction?
Well, what happened is so tragic. And unfortunately, when you add the other mass shootings outside of schools, it's becoming all too common. And I fear that we're getting to a point where we're becoming somewhat complacent about it. We get all upset and outraged for a few days, and then we move on to something else until the next mass shooting, which sadly, not much time between them anymore. You'd like to think that at some point our politicians would be able to get together and come up with some reasonable solutions to help solve these problems. There's never going to be a perfect solution, but we need to have greater efforts out of Congress than we have now.
But that takes voter involvement, and there's the gulf sentiment there, although you read polls that suggest most Americans agree with things like universal background checks. Congress doesn't. Let's listen to what lawmakers in our region had to say in the immediate aftermath, and then a poll or a survey that I want to talk to you about when we talk about lawmaker inactivity.
It's as disgusting as anything gets. Kids being murdered by just absolute coward.
Congressman Brian Mast's words are certainly one thing Democrats and Republicans can agree on.
I'm heartbroken, like I would say most Americans.
It's really hard for us to feel safe anywhere. We can't feel safe at the nail salon because they're shooting there. We don't feel safe at synagogues. We don't feel safe at church. We don't feel safe at schools.
The outrage and sadness being felt and shared among members of Congress. How to stop it from happening again, though, is where the difference lies. Congressman Ted Deutsch tweeting, "Weapons of war do not belong in our community," while Senator Marco Rubio, facing a reporter, doubted the effects of a gun ban. Both he and Republican Senator Rick Scott are supporting a bill that focuses on school security. Congresswoman Sheila Cherfilus McCormick says Democrats are being stonewalled by Senate Republicans in efforts to pass a sweeping background check law.
We're making it clear that these are the people standing in the way of us putting an end to gun violence, us putting an end to hate in the United States.
Treasure Coast Republican Mast, though, says he was opposed to parts of that law that included the creation of a federal gun registry.
Congress can always work together. It's not always a high probability that Congress works together. Can things be done to help tighten up safety? I think the most immediate question to ask yourself, how did this kid get in the school? All right, that's just a very obvious question.
If you see something, say something. If you know someone is posting something crazy on the internet, or they're acting out, or they could be dangerous, please let somebody who can help know.
Matt Cesny, WPTV News Channel 5.
Again, that debate all too familiar. We have the debate about mental health. We have seen in the days since the latest tragedy in Texas more discussions about whether the response was fast enough, about whether school security there was rigorous enough. So you have that. The never-ending debate about guns in this country. More than 350 million guns in circulation for a population of 335 million Americans. The debate about school security. You heard our senators being lauded by a couple of the guests we've had for school security. We'll talk about another poll in a minute. How do we break out of all that, though, Brian, and get from here to there? You've covered politics your whole life.
The only time things really change is when voters demand change. So voters have to decide what's more important, an individual's ownership of an AR-15 or the life of children. It's really that simple. Brian Mast, 4 years ago, after Parkland, a man who lost both legs in combat, proposed banning AR-15s and other military-style weapons. There are a few members of Congress more conservative than Brian Mast. You know, he understands that you're not taking away guns, you're taking away military-style guns, which is what's been most frequently used in these shootings. An 18-year-old, nobody should have an AR-15, and voters need to elect people who will make those decisions.
And Brian, we had the New York Times reached out Wednesday, quoting here, to all 50 Republicans in the Senate to see whether they'd support a pair of House-passed measures, you heard about that in some of our stories, to strengthen background checks for gun buyers. Opposed or leaning no, according to the survey, Rick Scott of Florida, with an NR rating, the New York Times says of a C. He said, quote, "I haven't seen those exact bills. I don't support taking away people's law-abiding citizens' Second Amendment rights." Declined or didn't answer the question, according to the New York Times' Marco Rubio, who has an NR rating of A+.
Well, you know, part of what we hear a lot of is mental health, right? Which begs the question: in Florida, are we hiring enough mental health workers? Mm-hmm. Are we paying them enough? Are we hiring the best? Have we put in place a system that makes it easy for people to report incidents that concern them? The evidence would suggest over the years, outside of the shootings, that we've actually cut back on mental health, cut back on DCF, cut back on things that help provide that kind of care. And, you know, you can't talk it on the one side and then not actually provide the money and the resources on the other.
And to this particular news, because it's an endless cycle. We discuss it, everybody's sad, of course, but we can't even have a debate about what to debate in the Senate right now. Nothing about what the members of Congress are doing surprises me. Mm-hmm. This is what they do on just about every issue. And again, you know, if voters want to change, they need to elect people that are willing to sit down and have these discussions. Nobody's going to get their way on all of these issues, but we don't even elect people who will sit down and discuss these issues. Well, and Tony Montalto is one of the first to say lost his daughter in Parkland. We're not, my group's not about knee-jerk reaction, take away guns. First of all, it's not going to happen. First of all, it'd be impossible to have happen, he said, but it's about responsible ownership, about better school security, about some of the other discussions about school safety measures, about what happened in Florida, where they said if you're under 21, couldn't have a gun, that's, or assault-style rifle, and that's been challenged, but that continues to be a fight. But it's a holistic debate, but it seems, once again, as you said, more bloodshed, more bodies, this time of second through fourth graders, and the debate goes on and on. We'll pick up our discussion about all of this on the other side. More in the debate when we return.